It's all smiles for India after 3 convincing wins, with batsmen reeling off tons and bowlers seam and spin rampant. Australia too have played some great cricket at the ICC Champions Trophy, but weather has curbed their momentum of late. India and Australia, another high-stakes contest awaits. A spot in the final on the line. Players are focused as they now step into the knockout spotlight. Who will rise to the occasion in Dubai's Ring of Fire today?
It is an epic contest, India versus Australia. In the last 15 years, the head-to-head record stands India 23, Australia 23. Can you ask for more in this first semi-final? But they've taken different paths to get here. India won all 3 here in Dubai. Australia have had a great chase against England, but that was 10 days ago. They've had 2 rain-affected games since. And tomorrow, of course, Australia plays South Africa in Lahore. India, Australia, these 2 teams know each other so well they could almost speak in each other's accents. But today, they stand arrayed against each other. Only one of them will make the final of the ICC Champions Trophy. It's always a great contest. Bichastri at the toss.
It's Dubai once again. It's semi-final time. It's ready to start up and crank up the engines, folks. It's 2 champion teams of the modern era going head-to-head to the finish line. It's India versus Australia. It's the Champions Trophy, and it's coming to you live from the United Arab Emirates. It's coming up to toss time for the Blues. Coming out, firing on all cylinders, is the veteran Rohit Sharma for India. For the Yellows, ready to take off at the rate of knots, it's the old warhorse, Stephen Smith. And the match referee for today, ready to raise the flag if needed, is Andy Pycroft from South Africa. Francis, the toss rep. Rohit will spin the coin.
Heads.
Heads is the call. What's it, Andy?
Is a hit.
We'll have a bat.
Well, Stephen, what have you decided? You won the toss?
Yeah, we're going to have a bat. Looks a pretty dry surface, pretty dry square. So, yeah, I'd like to get some runs on the board.
Quick turnaround between matches. You were in Pakistan just a day here. Have you had time to acclimatize?
Yeah, the guys had a session, or a couple of sessions out at the academy. So, now ready to go. Should be a good contest.
Is this pitch anywhere different from the ones in Pakistan?
Looks a lot drier. I think it should take probably a little bit more turns. So, yeah, raising behind batting first, try and put some runs on the board, and then put some pressure on later on.
When you look at the history between these 2 sides, there's nothing to give, not an inch given, not an inch taken, and it will be competitive.
Oh, of course, yeah. Very good side, India, and we like coming up against them. So, yeah, it should be a really good contest, and we're looking forward to it.
And your combination for today's game on the surface?
Yeah, we got 2 changes. So Cooper Connolly comes in for Matt Short, who is injured, and Tanveer Sangha comes in for Spencer Johnson.
Have a good one, Steve.
Good luck. Good luck, buddy.
Rohit, what would you have done winning the toss?
I was prepared to do both, to be honest. The wickets here have played very differently. When you are in 2 minds, it's better to lose the toss.
But when you look at your side and the combinations you have, you've got most bases covered, you have plenty of options. And seeing this pitch, it's been on the slower side, it's turned, and you've got plenty of spin.
Yeah, look, like I said, we played 3 games here, and each time we played, it had something different in it. So you can't really say that this is how the pitch is going to play. The pitch keeps changing its nature, and sorry. And yeah, look, at the end of the day, you have to play good cricket, and that is what we are focused on. All 3 games that we played here, we played really good cricket, whether we batted first, we bowled first, and that is what we would look to do here again now.
Interesting you mentioned that, because you must have played on most pitches on this square. Are they different, pitch by pitch?
Yeah, look, there are 4 or 5 surfaces here, and each one has its own way of looking at how the pitch is going to play. But look, every time we've come here, you know that it is going to be challenging. And the slower bowlers have come into play a lot, and that is why we've gone with the same team. We're playing with four spinners and 2 spinners.
And just the turnaround one day between matches, boys, okay with that?
Yeah, very much okay with that. I mean, you need to have that sort of momentum with you. We played a couple of days back here, and we want to continue from where we left. We want to play a good game of cricket, whether it's with the bat or with the ball. Now that we know we're bowling first, we have to come out and bowl well and try and restrict them as less as possible.
Well, have a good one, Rohit.
Thank you.
Well, that's the news from the centre. It's Australia who won the toss, and they've decided to bat first.
And 2 recently retired, very modern cricketers, Aaron Finch, Dinesh Karthik alongside us. We'll start with you, Finchy. What do you make of that Australian side?
Yeah, I think it's a good team. Obviously, with Matt Short going out, Cooper Connolly comes in and he will open the batting. It's not a role that he's been overly familiar with, but he just adds another dynamic left-hander at the top. But this is where the game will be decided today. The middle order. I mean, you got Steve Smith in there as well. Only 2 quicks, and that's a turn for Australia. Very rarely would they ever go in with only 2 quicks. But overall, I think it's the right team to play on this surface.
DK, India?
Well, India followed suit with the same team that did really well against New Zealand. We heard Harshit was rested, but then he's dropped definitely for this game. A solid batting order. We know the top 3, the 4th to follow, and they bat deep as well, with Jadeja coming in at 8 and then the bowlers to follow. So overall, it is a solid team, a team that has been very successful in Dubai, and both teams going in with 2 fast bowlers and 4 spinners.
How important is this toss?
Quite important, I would say, but looking at Rohit's reaction, you get the feeling that he was a bit confused. He doesn't mind batting first or second, so it's okay. He's happy to lose the toss.
Okay, so that's how the 2 teams are playing today. It's time to go across to the pitch, discover what kind of surface it is. Ramesh Raja's there, so is Michael Atherton.
Well, Harsha, the conditions are just about perfect for cricket here today in Dubai. It's not too hot for the region. It's about 29 degrees. There's a gentle breeze. There is absolutely no chance of rain. So perfect conditions, really, for cricket. The pitch is pretty central, actually. It's quite a whack down the ground. If you want to hit a straight 6, you're going to have to whack it 77 metres. And from where I'm standing, then it's a longer hit to leg, 69 metres to leg and 62 metres to the offside. Now, this is a fresh pitch in the sense that it's not been used at all in the Champions Trophy so far, but Ramesh Raja, it remains very dry, very bare and very cracked.
Grassless and extremely bone dry, but the interesting bit will be how the Australians face up this challenge of spin, and they've got 4 spinners, India, so I'm expecting them to really once again rule the roost. Overall, I think advantage to Australia in a way that they'll bat first, so they'll make batting look just a little bit easy compared to batting second time around, but conditions favor spin. If you got the sweep shot running, play for those, look for those angles, but Indian spinners have not allowed or did not allow the New Zealanders to play the sweep.
Ethan Ellis to lead the Australian attack, which he's done for a little while now. But overall, it's just a great opportunity for Australia to take on India, who are the best in the world at the moment.
Okay, so here we go. It's India versus Australia. How will head play against India spinners? How will Kohli be in the run chase? There's so many factors here, and that is what makes this game so fascinating. Thank you to Dinesh Karthik, to Aaron Finch. We'll take a break. When we come back closer to the action.
South Africa will play the final on Sunday, so already plenty of blue t-shirts out there. Remember, it's a working day today in Dubai. But as the day progresses, I'm sure there'll be a lot.
Hi everyone, beautiful day for cricket against 2 teams that match up very well against each other. This will be a great contest.
Competitions over the last decade and a half. And out come the officials. Andy Pycroft, the match referee in today's game. Chris Gaffney and Richard Illingworth. 2 umpires.
qualifiers for today's game. And out come the players with the mascots. The tinge of nervousness. When this does happen, there'll be a few butterflies in the tummy. The players from both the teams. It's a big day. It's a knockout. What's happened in the past is history. Two teams come out for the national anthems. It'll be the Australian anthem first as the two teams line up. Remember, Australia winning the toss earlier and deciding to bat first.
If able, please rise for the national anthem of Australia, followed by India.
Finch with me. Australia winning the toss, deciding to bat first. And Finchie, what do you make of this?
Yeah, two changes.
Jadeja coming in at number 8. There was solid batting there as well. They bat deep with Jadeja coming in at number 8. And overall, you would think India will back themselves to bowl well in the first innings purely because they've done it twice before in this tournament, once against Pakistan and once against Bangladesh. And the challenge for the Aussie batters would be how they tackle spin. Not many would have played Varun Chakravarti